Hi, welcome to Make It Monday. I'm Jim with Amy Sows, and today I thought I'd touch on a topic that I've been asked a couple times actually this week, and that's a machine embroidery question. And it was basically detailing about the tiled scenes, the type that you would see that whenever you would embroider several squares and put them together to make a nice, big, large painting or any kind of design. And usually the complaint I hear about is that whenever they go to put the tile pieces together, they don't line up. And you do everything right. You put the same stabilizer, and fabric hoops, everything's right. But it seems like when you go to put all your tiles together, they don't line up as well as they should. And what I thought I'd do is I'll take you over to my other camera to give you a little close-up of a design I have here. Now, this isn't an embroidery design because I didn't want to go and pick on anyone in particular, because usually the issue is not the design you get. Quite often it's how you actually create it. And what I mean is this. So here's like I have a basic tile design where I have all the squares all particular kind of lined up ready to sew. And of course, if I sew them together like this, they get nice and tight, and then you have your completed scene, which is our end up goal. But it seems like quite often when we go to put them together, you get it where one or two just don't want to line up. And you can see here, it's really kind of off in that corner. Same thing if I even try this one here. When I go to put it together, it's way off. And it's very frustrating when you're thinking like, I'm doing everything right. I use the same stabilizer, fabric, base on it, same thread, same machine, but it's not working out right. Because the first time I did it, it was fine. And now when I'm making my whole picture, it's not working out right. And I got to tell you, it's kind of operator error, because quite often what we may do is we'll go and choose the hoop that's designed for the tile piece. And let's say I have this one right here. Sorry, zoom out a little bit. So I have this one. And usually we'll go and do one and it fits perfectly and it's sewed out great and it's the perfect size that it's supposed to be as per the directions. And then you go and think, well, you know what? I got that fancy new machine that got a great big hoop. I could do four of them in one position. So what I'll do is I'll go and plan and put four of them in here and embroider them out, thinking they'll all turn out the same, but quite often they don't. And the reason is that when you have all your stabilizer and fabric in here nice and smooth and taut, and you go to embroider, let's say a single one, it has consistent tension all the way around. Everything is the same for that design. However, when you go and take a large hoop, and let's say you spread out four of these within the framework, what ends up is that you get the same tension for one, but now this one tile affects the tension for the rest of the hoop. So when you're doing each one, it's changing the tension across the hoop. And quite often, that could be the reason why your tiles don't always end up to be the same exact size. Now, granted, this may not happen for everybody's machine because everybody's machine's different. Everybody hoops a little different. But I did a little experiment at home, and I noticed for me that if I tried to speed up the effect and hoop up four of them at a time, it ends up they're never quite the same exact size as where they would be if I would just take a moment and individually hoop each one. That way they all have a consistent base, consistent tension, and quite often a much more consistent finished look for everything that I'm more happier with. So you may want to try that the next time you work on a tile design, that hopefully this kind of solves your problem for that as to why it didn't line up perfectly. So I kind of hope that helps you with your embroideries, and you may want to go and try one of the tile scenes because a lot of them that are coming out are really kind of nice. So with that being said, give it a shot. So hope you like the program, and be sure to follow us on Amy Sews for all our newest classes and events going on in the store, because we got a lot of great things happening in the store coming up. A lot of new products coming in. If you haven't gotten your rotary cutter yet, be sure to go and stop by, because we got a huge sample of those back in stock. And of course, we've got a couple events coming up. So be sure to go to amysews.com or here on Facebook or wherever to find all the newest listings for our different events. If you like this program, if you want to follow me onto my classes, you can find me on sewingexpo.com as I travel the United States with Regional Sewing Quilt Expo for my upcoming schedule. So with that being said, thanks ever so much for watching and following us here. Hope you could tell a friend. And don't forget that the more you know, the more you sew. Take care.